Greetings, everybody. So, Journey Together is out since 1 week on live. We can already play the new set with the new rotation, and that's what this video is gonna be about. So, while I'm gonna sort my bike a little bit again, I want to talk a little bit about the rotation, what rotation is, and what to expect from the new rotation on the game and how it will affect it. And I want to introduce my new set, so I did a little rearrangement here. And if you saw my previous shot with the tin cube, you see this metal one and the psychic one. So they're gonna be uploaded soon as well. Write in the comments how you like it. Would appreciate that. First of all, what is rotation? So I'm not gonna make this too long. I try to keep it short because there are enough videos to explain. So first is the official statement of Play Pokemon by itself. It says every championship season, Play Pokemon removes all the expansions from competition in the standard format with the goal of maintaining a healthy competitive environment. This rotation challenges existing players to create new strategies and enables new players to get involved and play Pokemon event using the most recent releases. So people can complain about that. Yeah, it's just there to make more money out of all of it, out of more cards because they release more and more and more. But it's true that, in my opinion, that it makes it actually easier for the people to get into this game because it can be so hard and challenging to get like all the new cards. And as it says, it rotates it out. It brings it brings out Pokemon cards which can be very toxic or like just overused. For example, we have like Regidrago. I really Regidrago. I played it on live as well, but to be honest, when I looked the regionals, it was always just Regidrago. It had its run, but it's over. Then we have other like ADP. You can see it here, and if you're a little bit longer in this, it was disgusting. I haven't played much at this time. Back then, in the online time, it was. But I saw other videos about it, and it was not very nice to play. Like it crushed the whole game. It was just like ADP, 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 and the only thing you would do was try to counter ADP. So yeah. Another one is New Fusion Strike. I remember this one a little bit from last year, playing on live a little bit. It was a strong deck, yes, but it also was a deck that was a little bit overused in some cases. So it's always nice to see that kind of cards getting rotated out, just not just because they're too toxic and annoying, but also just to see new Pokemon cards and new decks at all, because it can be frustrating. It's just the same again and again again. As a player, as a viewer in the regionals, it can be oops, it can be frustrating. So yeah. And now, what actually is rotation and how you can find out what cards are legal, what cards are not. Here we have a from the new set Journey Together. So we see in the corner, in the left corner here, in the left bottom corner, we see a letter. This letter depicts which card is playable. So right now, the three letters which are legal are G, H, and I. That's the three. It's always three letters who will be legal. So Yeah, but that's about the rotation. So let's talk about how what have changed first. So with the F letter Pokemons are rotated out. We have big examples like Rotom V, Kirlia, or the Radiant Greninja as Pokemon, or as trainer cards we had the Pokestop, we had the tracking shoe, stuff like this, which were great ways to get through your deck way faster. And with this, we have lost a lot of draw engine, which means it takes way longer to get the cards you need. There are still, of course, there are still draw engines also coming. A few came new out in Join Together, like and Zoroark or Jonas Kilowatt, but they are bonded to this specific archetype. You can put your and Zoroark in your deck, whatever you want, but like a Raging Greninja, it was in every deck. A Rotom V was in many stage 2 decks. So yeah, it was easy just to put this card. So now you need to put, if you want to, you have to put a stage 2, which means you have first to evolve it, which makes it harder to get those draw engine. Of course, you have your supporter cards, but that's also the thing. It's your supporter card for the turn. If you want to use it, that's the thing. You can't play anything else, like no boss, no so many other things you can't play. So that means we have less draw power, and that's what came, but that's what rotated out now. And of course, the V star power is out. We have a lot of strong V star power. We had the Forest Seal Storm, for example, which was also a great way to get cards out of your deck in your hand. But this is out now, and that's probably one of the biggest things here: draw engine or milling, getting through your deck. This is out. We have still a few cards, but it's not like before rotation. So now it's about what to expect from the new meta. So first, a little disclaimer. I'm talking now from the perspective of April 2025. We have a few sets announced in the future. We have Destined Rivals, we have the Mega Brave, Mega Symphony, and Inferno X. Even the Destined Rivals are not completely out. We don't know all of the cards, but we know a few cards. We know, have a little idea. Maybe some card is coming out. We don't know now. We will see. But right now, I'm talking with the informations I have already. So, with the previously mentioned cards, like as I said, Rotom V, Kirlia, Radiant Greninja, the game will become slower. And that has a lot of benefits. So, let me tell you this. First of all, comebacks and turnovers will become more seen due to the fact it's harder to get your cards down. You can't. It's not. It's way harder to get your bench full. It's for other. It's harder to get your energy in the discard pile to accelerate, and also we have Bidoof, which also slows the game down. Before Bidoof, stage 2 decks like Dragapult or Charizard wanted to go first because you wanted that extra turn. Because in most cases, your opponent can't make a big attack. Maybe they can, but you try to get as many Pokemon out, and in the next turn, you can evolve them. Maybe to your stage 1, maybe to your stage 2. But now with Bidoof, everybody, if you have this card, you want to go second. It doesn't matter. Since you don't have that Rotom V, because that was actually another staple back then. It was very nice to have it. Get some cards out in your first turn, Rotom V, and get a nice big hand for the next turn. This is out now. So now, since you can't play, since you don't have that draw power anymore, you want to be disrupted to your opponent. Since you can't do that much, you try to disrupt your opponent so he or she can make less. They have less opportunities now. And even if you don't have Bidoof in your deck, you want to go second because you want to avoid this item lock. In the moment you go second, your opponent can't attack you in the first turn and can't get that itchy point on you, and you're kind of have more possibilities to do stuff. So if you have the second turn, which that means your opponent can't attack you, and maybe he gets a Bidoof, maybe not. You never know. But it gives you way more possibilities to do. But there's one thing that will boost or can boost the speed of the game in some way, and that's energy acceleration. We already have energy acceleration with Garnicle or Xatu or Baxcalibur. We have, but we will get even more. So we have like Ethan's Ho, or we have Yan Mega. So there will be a lot of types that will be covered to accelerate. And that's a great thing. So even if you can't play any items or stuff, you still have the ability to accelerate more and more energy. So even if you can't get that much out, you can at least get them ready for attack. So in the moment you get in the position to attack, you already have everything you need. You have enough energy, and then it's charged. Let's wrap up things. So post rotation we have less draw power, the Bidoof, the item lock Bidoof, and we have more energy acceleration, which means your game will need longer to set up, while you can still accelerate all your Pokemon for your attacks. So it's gonna be very interesting. I like the previous format, but I also welcome a little slower game. It's also easier for new people to get into this. So yeah, we have to see. We still have 2 to 3 sets coming out, about we have no clue what's coming. We have, so when you look at the release dates of, how's it called, Mega Symphony, Mega Brave, and the Inferno X, they're very close. So in the Western, we might get another together. We have to see, but still 2 to 3 sets. Then we will have some special sets. We will see what's coming out there. One of the last special sets at Shrouded Fable, we had Fez, which was one of the biggest card out of this set. And let's see what we will have there. So yeah, that's everything about the rotation I wanted to talk. I really hope you liked the video. If I haven't mentioned any cards you want to give some love out, like I remember last year it was Path of Peak, which was very great. So if you have anything, write it down in your comments. I would really appreciate, and if you made it so far, I would also appreciate if you could leave me a subscribe there. It would really help me out. And yeah, then see you next time. Bye.